I'm not good at intros. Dominic's not here. Hello.
No.
This is a minisode. This is gonna be a chaotic minisode because
Yeah.
we're discussing the Minecraft movie and the soundtrack and the soundtrack, not to the movie, thank fuck.
No,
To
we're talking about Volume Alpha,
Volume Alpha.
C418s.
Yeah, which I had that on vinyl and I used the download code so I could listen to it. I'm going to be talking about all of that, and I have in front of me two drinks. One is just a rum and coke, uh, just because I feel like I need to drink. And there's a little glass that I have here that is filled with one shot of, well, not like a full ounce of it, but just enough vodka when I had to probably say the stupidest fucking moment of this film. I'm gonna drink it, and hopefully by the time we get to that, that will be melted a bit enough with the ice so that it's a little watered down. Um, we'll find
And
out the hard way.
and I am just off a 50-hour kitchen week on Easter Sunday,
Yeah,
and I have a bong.
and I'm gonna spoil it for it now. The dumbest part of this film is not chicken jockey, although I did play a little game whilst watching this film. Because I watched it in gold class, the fancy way of watching it. I watched it with my brother. I just had a little afternoon out with him. Because I did not want to fucking deal with any. I know chances were the feeder was just going to be a bunch of kids going chicken jockey, and not really much else. You know, not the popcorn being thrown out or anything. But I still didn't even really want to deal with that. So I just watched it in gold class. That way I could drink whilst watching it. Anyone who knows me knows I'm not a heavy drinker or anything like that. So uh, it's not really common for me to do this. But I figured I'd play a game. And it would be like any time that I thought a part of the movie was really fucking stupid, I would take a sip of the glass, and I finished it. And the moment that I'm going to chug this shot for, I took two drinks because my brother looked at me and said, "Yeah, no, take another."
All right. And I also did something when I saw the movie. I had a gram and a half of mushrooms.
That might have. I don't know. That would have made it more enjoyable, but at least made it more of a story.
It made me. I'll get into it. Like I mistimed them, and like the peak of my mushrooms came after the movie when I was walking home while listening to Volume Alpha.
All right, so I guess to get started for this one, yeah, this is a topic that we've never really properly talked about. Is Minecraft? I think we said it in passing, and stuff, but actually going to a deep dive about Minecraft, we haven't done that. So I
No,
think,
we haven't.
and I know we're more of a music stuff, but you know, from time to time we go into other media. So this is, I
And
guess, a good time to go back into
I
games.
do have a take about Volume Alpha too. That when we get into talking about it, I will say my take about Volume
And
Alpha.
that's absolutely fine to do, but I feel like we just have to talk about our context of Minecraft going into the movie, because I feel like we both watched the movie first, then we went to the soundtrack.
Yes.
Yes. So my first experience of Minecraft would have been in probably like 20. I'd like to say like 2010, 2011. I think it was 2011. And
Beta 1.8 was 2011 because that was also when I joined.
yeah,
My account is 14 years old.
I gotta remember what fucking one it was played for, but you know, I can remember some of the moments in this film and stuff like that when they were first fucking announced. Um,
Yeah.
Enderman. That was like this huge thing when that was announced
Oh,
back in
yeah.
beta. Because everyone's like, "Oh, this is the fucking scariest mob they've ever done," and you know, it's a reference to Slender Man. It's a reference to the Silence from Doctor Who kind of thing. You know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
remember that.
yeah, my
What did
first.
his pearl do? His pearl did nothing when it first was added to the game, and you could
Yeah.
stack it up to 64.
Yep. The first instance I ever had playing this game was a pirated edition of Minecraft, and
Hmm.
I feel like this is a pure time that I'm gonna start getting into the full in-depth fucking thing about Minecraft, and I swear this would go to a point if I remember to put it to a point. But my transition into Minecraft would have been like a lot of people in my age around that time. It was coming from Roblox. And
Oh no, I get it.
I think that is the most comparable game, and to a point, was really the only competition that Minecraft actually had. You know, there was all the
Yeah.
indie games and stuff that got made after Minecraft, but if you talk about what Minecraft ran into, its only competition was Roblox, and that was basically just the best Lego game. You know, the whole idea
Yeah.
was is you can craft all these levels and you can play all these levels and play with friends, and it was all online and it was free. Roblox has got some fucking other issues and stuff that I'll be going into another fucking episode, but that's the main thing. A lot of the people who came into Minecraft were Roblox kids, and I guess the big fucking first hurdle about getting into Minecraft back in the day was the fact that it was a paid game. It wasn't the fact that it was an alpha and beta, it was the fact that it was a paid game. Which is why I would go and die on a hill that probably the reason that it got so successful in its early stages, well, yes, the multiplayer aspect, but also because they didn't really seem to crack down at any point on the massive amount of piracy that was happening. They kind of just said, well, we're just developing the game. Fucking worry about that later. And everybody was just playing pirated Minecraft on the old Hitachi or Hibachi or whatever the fuck it is, VPN servers. So no one had a legit copy on the shit that I was playing, but we were all just playing together. And then I remember someone, like a neighbor, basically to me, was just like, "Hey, yeah, let's get this onto your laptop, and you can go play with us. I mod the server." And so it's like, okay, I'll go play. It was all set up. We all joined, and that was my first fucking part. Going into Minecraft was learning all this. Like, this is a server that wasn't even up 24/7. It was kind of like contacting someone and saying, like, get the fucking server online. I
remember this.
Skype.
Yeah. Back when we used to use Skype.
Yeah.
Did you ever use TeamSpeak?
Yes, TeamSpeak as well. That was another one. Discord's kind of like taking all over all this.
It has, but I've heard TeamSpeak is like actually doing good shit again.
Better than Skype. Skype, I think, is just Microsoft porn bots now.
It's Microsoft Teams now.
Oh, okay. But yeah. Anyway, going back onto that, like a couple months later, I basically bugged my mum to buy me the proper game, because there was, you know, the single player was actually locked behind the paid, because the whole pirate ones didn't have it. How weird is that to think? Like, the cracked edition was multiplayer. And
that is pretty weird.
Single players behind all that, but
I actually never really played a cracked version of Minecraft, I'll be honest. I'll get into it after you finish your version.
But, I mean, that's the kind of start of this. Is this whole kind of like, okay, well, we've gone from Roblox now, which I think the big difference is that in Roblox, it is not friendly to create stuff in that if you have no idea what you're doing. It's basically like, hey, here's your level editor, it is blank. And whatever you create is what you do. But that's the thing, is that whatever you create is what you do. And then in Minecraft, for us, it was like, okay, well, whatever we create is what we have, but we have so much to fucking do or explore and figure out that it's kind of like, this is my own world, but we don't need to fucking worry about that. I hopped on again for the first time in a while, just before that, just to get a bit of a refresher and nostalgia in my mind about Minecraft, about this. And even then, I was like, okay, I've just spawned near a village. I can just spend a bit just being creative and going around the village and stuff like that. And that's what made the game, I guess, so addictive. It's weird. It's not a fucking thing that's actually said anymore. But one of the most popular fucking memes of the early 10s was one more block.
Yeah.
Anyway, you had a introduction to Minecraft you wanted to point out.
Yeah. I discovered Minecraft in 2011. I saw another kid at school playing it, and I'm like, oh shit, that looks fun. What is that? And I'm like, oh. And so then I played the classic edition pretty much like every day until I saved up enough money to buy, or gave my mom enough money to buy me the game. And I mostly played single player.
Yeah, and that sounds fair enough. That was a great way to play the game.
Yeah, and I focused a lot on learning how to build throughout the years, and mostly in survival, believe it or not. I have a hard time building in creative, but like in survival, it's like I know what I need to like lay out, and like it's a whole thing. I can't explain it.
I guess
But
the other context to go about Minecraft as well is that it was popular during alpha, it blew up during beta, which yeah, for a lot of games is how it works. But this is like the first like
yeah.
okay, it felt like a full finished game during beta.
Oh
And it
yeah.
just kept adding on, it kept adding on, and then they're like, okay, we'll add the ending, like 1.0's like leak or something, I think that happened, or some snapshot where it had it might not even 1.0, it might have been beforehand, where the Ender
Beta
Dragon
1.9,
yeah,
pre-release 3.
had the Ender Dragon, and then even that was like unfinished and all that. It was
Yeah. Do you remember how you used to brew potions in the pre-releases?
no, I can't remember from the top of my head, but
It wasn't the brewing stand; it was the cauldron, and you just
yes,
click the cauldron with different ingredients, and you could create some crazy potions.
yeah, stuff like adding and enchantment tables. I remember, which was just like to build the libraries up.
I can still read Minecraft enchanting table, by the way.
Yeah, like to put into perspective, like how long ago we would have started playing this. There was no XP system when we started. In fact, there was no achievements.
XP was just added when we no achievements were definitely a thing. They'd been a thing since I want to say alpha, maybe beta 1.4 at the latest.
Yeah, they had been a start, but like
and
they were
XP was just added in beta 1.8.
I was before 1.8 by a bit, so it wasn't that for me. I can't remember what version it was, but it was no XP when I started, and achievements were.
Did you have hunger?
Think maybe.
Beta 1.8 is when they added hunger. I could be wrong. I could be.
It is hard to remember every aspect of it.
1.0 when they did XP, I forget. You gotta remember, we're like searching back 14 years.
Yeah, it's a very, very long time, and achievements were very minuscule back when I started.
The cake is a lie.
Yeah.
When pigs fly on a rail.
Game was finally released in 2011. Notch left Mojang after that. Jeb was seen as control. And then it all seemed like Minecraft was well made. Notch was going to be in perfect standing. And then 3 years later, they announced the movie. And the big difference, I think, that comes in between 2011 and 2014, and we're going to have to still go in through all the history about this, is the absolute burnout of Minecraft we had by then. Like, I know everything's kind of gone back on itself, especially after COVID, but we were fucking there. There was a time where liking Minecraft again seemed to just be cringe.
I never stopped being a fan of Minecraft, and I would keep it a secret that, like, yeah, I still play Minecraft.
And there was just a lot that went into this, like, that was happening around this. You know, everybody, in the span of, like, these years, there was so much shit that would come out. Minecraft animations was a huge thing. We haven't even stretched to talk about, like, one of the first big Minecraft story YouTube series that was out there in the Yogscast, where they managed to
Shadow of Israfel.
Yeah. Fucking people who were just making all these crafts. Like, I can remember there was a Smosh video out there that was one of their Smosh Games channels, and it was an April Fool's, and they were making fun out of the fact that they would talk about, like, the best Minecraft builds or anything like that. It's like, so much about that is cringe. That's not enough for me to start taking a shot of this, but that was close. And that was 2014. 2014 was when the fucking movie was announced. So much has fucking happened since then. Notch's public standing has gone fucking down by a lot.
Yep.
To the point that they just won't even associate with him anymore.
No, he got removed from, like, it used to be called, I don't think it was ever officially referred to as a notch apple, but colloquially it stopped being called a notch apple.
Yep. Fucking trying to remember fucking everything else that I can remember.
He got removed from the yellow splash text.
Yeah. Trying to remember everything else that happened in here, but I remember there was, like, some of this is even before the movie was announced and stuff like that. I remember when the mobile game was announced to this, and that was just like basically the original Minecraft, and now the mobile game's basically the exact same. It was a big deal.
Actually, Bedrock is built off the bones of mobile.
Yeah. The absolute shit that everybody lost when it was announced that this game was on 360. It's like, yeah, it's finally off PC. It's on 360, and that was because the only game that I think you could play was like Fortress Craft or like something like that. It was an Xbox Live indie game that was a very similar vibe.
Murder Miner, not Castle Miner Z. I remember.
I remember having
Murder Miners.
Another game that was a Minecraft clone on my phone before Minecraft was officially released on the phone as well.
Yeah, like Cube World or some shit like that.
Some shit like that as well, and it was basically just a place block and everything game.
Yeah.
Now it's on every fucking thing. There is a lot. Minecraft is not just a cultural moment. It was. It in a sense, it is a franchise that exists of one game.
Yes.
Now there are other stuff. There are other stuff.
Technically, like 5 games now.
Yeah,
but it's still mostly just the one game that's been being updated for 16 years.
Yeah. Now there's other stuff that's come with it. There's plushies. There's it's like the Telltale games.
There's also Legends, Dungeons, and the ill-fated Earth.
But for a franchise or anything like that, just have the spin-offs, whatever. Not a game that has a sequel or anything like that. It's never been a game that would have a sequel. And
nope.
I think we're going about 20 minutes just going through fucking Minecraft and its history.
Well, did you see that recently Notch did kind of soft announce Minecraft 2?
Fucking... No, I did not.
Yeah, he was just like, should I develop Minecraft 2 on Twitter?
No, stop talking, Notch.
Let me see if I can find the tweet.
I think there's a lot to just go through to the point of I don't think we really have the time or the resource or the energy to go through fucking everything that's led us up to
Ritz and Trix document the entire history of Minecraft is going to become its own separate podcast.
Yeah, and that will be done again whilst drinking and getting stoned.
Of course.
But there was at a certain point in our times of high school and all that, it was basically everybody was playing Minecraft. Everybody had their own account. Everybody had gone from pirating the game to buying it, setting up their own accounts. People started their own YouTube channels. Did not search up my old ones. It's huge. It's one of the biggest franchises, if not the biggest fucking franchise in the world at this point. Yes, it's probably not the biggest, but it's up there. It's an incredible moment, and it only made sense that eventually, yes, you would start to get these Hollywood deals, and here we finally are. We are after 16 years of the game being out, and it's not 16 years since the game was released. It's 16 years of the game being out since alpha, and Minecraft has survived all this time to a point in which you can safely say it will forever remain a classic.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just stood the test of time. Any game that's remembered fondly or got this kind of following after 10 years will survive the test of time.
Oh, absolutely.
Alright, so now that we've kind of gone into our history, our makeshift of Minecraft and everything like this, I guess we're gonna go start talking about that 11 years of the Minecraft movie.
Yes, children yearn for the mines.
That's a fucking line in that movie, which I did take a drink to.
Fun fact about that original "The Children Yearn for the Mines" tweet. Did you know that the fucking dude tagged it with like some transphobic bullshit afterwards?
I would fucking believe it, yeah. Oh god.
So like he was serious about wanting to put kids in the mines.
Yeah. I think I did read that. Yeah. 11
I have
years.
a little bit of a background about if we're getting into talking about the Minecraft movie.
We are, yes. We got the we're talking about the quick history and the development hell that this somehow went into.
Oh yeah, this was announced so long ago.
Yeah, it was announced when they announced it. It usually means that they've done some work on it, and I think we can safely say all work that was ever done in 2014 about this movie is scrapped.
Oh, absolutely.
But yes, you wanted to say some words?
I think they might have had like Jack Black pegged to it pretty early, and I know Jason Momoa was pegged to it for a long time.
Well, didn't they originally have Matt Berry? Because I know there's a cameo, but
yes, there was he was originally thought up for Steve, but I think they just had Momoa attached to it.
I think we'll talk about that more when we get into it, but I think we'll talk about the good old history of it now whilst we can. And you said you wanted to talk something about the background.
Yeah, and one of the main reasons I wanted to see it first is fucking Jared Hess directed this.
Yeah, and that is not the first.
Jared Hess.
It's not the first choice director. There were a lot of directors that went into this. I'll see if I can get the fucking list up.
And while he pulls up the list up, I will say, as someone who loves Jared Hess, man, I was disappointed in the cinematography of this movie. We'll get into it. I have some takes. They might be spicy.
Sean Levy was the first person who was hired to direct the film. They left the project after a couple of months. Then Rob McElhenney was the next one. And I remember when this was announced. I remember when this was announced, and everybody lost their shit. And it's like, oh shit, this is actually a cool director to get. And they, let's see, it said early production started in 2016, and an initial release date was announced for May 24th, 2019. I think I would have messaged and said, hey, Lindsay, my brother, and that's his birthday. So I'm like, you want to go see the Minecraft movie on your birthday? And guess what? We didn't fucking do.
Go see the Minecraft movie.
In late 2016, it was basically already gone because oh my god, apparently Steve Carell was supposed to to be a star of as the voice of an unknown character, but whatever. Yeah, so by late 2016, McElhenney was basically out. In 2019, we finally got a new one with Peter Sollett, and that fell through. And let's see, April 2022 was basically when Jared Hess was set to direct. That is a lot of directors, and there must have been some shit that had gone into behind the scenes, so just who's financing this and stuff. For that many directors to say, fuck it, we can't do this, it is insane. But it's also so many script rewrites and all that to an insane amount.
And then they got a Mormon on it.
This is a level of development hell, which at some point you just go and say, fuck it, throw it out, don't worry. I don't think really anyone wanted this
Duke
anyway.
Nukem Forever levels of development hell for our gamers in the audience.
The original vision Sollett had for the film involved a teenage girl and an unlikely group of adventurers as they set out on a quest to defeat the Ender Dragon, the final boss. That probably would have made a bit more sense. You could have had Alex go into there and stuff. I think a lot of people probably would have been angry as no Steve because Steve was the original one, but
this is the original.
Let's be honest, people weren't happy
story?
anyway. Yeah, this was one of the original visions.
Yeah, I don't know if this was 2014. I'm trying to think about the Minecraft lore. I don't remember if Alex was like official yet. I feel like she was later.
Potentially, I fell out of my lore at this point. Every time I go back into Minecraft, it's having jumped in after.
And I know that like most of the Bedrock skins are rather 360 edition skins were just reskinned to Steve's.
I mean, anybody who complains about the character in there anyway, I know Steve is like the one that's known. You all just instantly fucking change your skin anyway.
What is your skin, Ritz?
I've got a flame shirt, some fucking bionic arms, and probably a fedora, knowing how cringe I was as a teenager.
I'm Skeletor.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we get into the shit show?
Yes.
This movie sucked.
Would you believe this was still not the worst video game movie I watched in the past year?
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, which one have you given it to?
Borderlands.
Yeah, I haven't even watched that. I'm not going to. Um,
Don't. It's
this
honestly
seems
looking back at it, I cry.
this seems more faithful than Borderlands.
It does. It is.
I feel like Jack Black would also prefer having been in a Minecraft movie than Borderlands.
Yeah. He was better in the Minecraft movie than in Borderlands. I forgot he was in both of them.
Yep. Yeah, he voices Claptrap, if I'm correct.
You are unfortunately correct.
Yeah, very
he was
unfortunately correct.
one of the worst parts of Borderlands. Although
So-
at that time I was also super burnt out on Jack Black because of what he did to Kyle Gass.
Yeah, we're kind of still a bit burnt out on Jack
Yeah.
Black, to be honest, going into this. So the main plot of this film, and this is where we're going into spoiler territory. If you don't care about spoilers, go listen. If you care about spoilers, why the fuck are you here? It's the Minecraft movie. You're getting spoiled at the Minecraft movie.
I am placing blocks and shit because I'm
So I'm
fucking
gonna just
Minecraft.
remember this from heart, not from the Wikipedia article, like I've done for all the production shit.
Yeah, we're not looking at Wikipedia.
The absolute start of this is that it's a voiceover from Jack Black. He talks about it as a kid, he yearns for the mines. That's an actual fucking line, take a shot. And isn't allowed in, and then he becomes a boring code monkey or some boring shit, who fucking knows. And then goes back to the mines as an adult, and that's like the first 5 minutes of this film. And then combines some cube and something like that, and goes into the overworld, which is Minecraft. And then he loves being in Minecraft. He befriends a dog, and then he finds flint and steel. Flint and steel! And then
He holds the flint and steel backwards.
yeah, it's dumb.
I'm the only one who fucking notices this. He's holding it backwards. Flint and steel looks like that so that you don't hit your knuckles with the flint.
Yep. Then he goes into the Nether after finding an obsidian portal, and finishing it and lighting it on fire. He goes into the Nether, and then the big pig goblin decides that she wants to rule the world using the same orb that is that is what's used to get him into the overworld. Then Jack Black gets the dog to separate the orb, and then after having left the overworld, and then hide it under his bed. Now, all of this is just very much having a MacGuffin in the fucking film. Worry about that later. And then fast forward, a video game professional from back in the day is losing all his place, is looking for money. There is a sister and brother that's mum just died or something like that, and they're moving to the town of Chuglas to work at a potato chip factory, and the kid goes into school. The kid then befriends the gamer thing, and by befriends it's in quotation marks, and then the sister befriends the real estate agent, who also runs a petting zoo. The kid
out of a car.
Yep. The kid gets into absolute trouble because they built a jetpack, and because all the other kids wanted to see them fail, they sabotaged the jetpack, and then it blew up the potato factory's mascot, and then they get in trouble. And then the gamer has bought a storage unit and trying to invest and get a lot of money,
Which
was
at
Steve's.
the intervening here at the storage auction, I for sure noticed YouTubers Dan TDM and Mumbo Jumbo in the crowd.
And the biggest cameo of them all was Jermaine Clement, who plays the auctioneer.
Yes.
Because this was filmed in New Zealand or something like that, and you just can't do New Zealand without Flight of the Conchords. Brett McKenzie did quite a bit of the writing for some of the music on this, and Jermaine Clement stars in it. It is a rule. You're in New Zealand, you got Flight of the Conchords. And then he buys the orb. The kid uses the gamer as a guardian because he doesn't want to get in trouble with his sister. He finds the orb, then they all find the orb together, and then they all follow it into the overworld. Then the pig goblin finds that the orb is back and wants to steal it, and then sets Jack Black free in exchange to Dennis if he returns the orb, which he isn't going to do. He just wants to use the orb to get Dennis back and then throw it away or some shit like that. And then the rest of this fucking film is brain rot Narnia.
Yeah. Do you want to, my take about this movie is that the very beginning of it, when they're still in like the real world, is the best, is beautifully shot. It's super like just Jared Hess's work. And I like, if it stayed like that, I'd be like, oh shit, this might actually be good. It's like an uplifting and promising first 10 minutes after the narration.
Yeah, but I feel like my biggest gripe with just like the story in this is that there's just nothing fucking happens. They go into the overworld and it's basically, oh, we need to get to this location. So they get to this location and then they keep going to location, but not really anything and progressing. Like, there's every relationship drama that happens in it is very ham-fisted in. And then there's the big fight at the end, and then the happy ending bullshit. There's no point in me actually describing all this. It's, in a sense, just the plot of Narnia. They all go through a magical portal into another dimension where everything's a little more magical. Then they have a giant fight at the end of it to defend that place, and they all go home and have a happy ending. It is brain rot Narnia. Yes.
Although we have to talk about one of the better bits of the movie, and that is the nitwit that came to the real world and fell in love with Jennifer Coolidge after he hit her with her car, or vice versa.
Is that really one of the better parts? Yeah, it's funny that this ends up with Matt Berry's cameo at the end, which is some
like it's
weird fucking
it's
surreal
like a
ending.
Nonsense. It's such like a nonsense plot point that it's a fun B plot in a way.
Yeah,
I'd call that a B plot or a C plot, maybe.
I would call it filler. I can't even laugh at it really, like talk about it like in this whole like joking way. Like how
it pays off well though, hearing Matt Berry's voice on mushrooms. Okay,
yeah, I can believe that, but if we're talking about it in an actual film here, it's just filler because the whole thing's. I mean, every aspect of it is actually only like 10 seconds long, dragged out for a minute, and then that's like covers like 5 minutes of the film. It's kind of like, oh, we needed 90 minutes. Put this in here.
Yeah,
that's what it feels. It doesn't affect the plot in any way. There's no follow up. It feels like, you ever watch one of those like Lifetime movies or something like that on TV because you're bored?
Unfortunately, I've been subjected to way too many Hallmark Christmas movies.
Yeah, and you know how they all have those stupid B plots in there that just kind of exist for the sake of, I guess we're watching it on TV.
Yeah,
that's what it fucking is. There's no reason for the B plots to exist, and especially in this case of how small it fucking. I guess the kind of big thing that I will say that this film does get right is that when they're in the overworld, I think they've done a good job on the modeling and the kind of the design of the world. I feel like it actually feels like a genuine Minecraft world that if they're not planning on putting out as an update or just like a downloadable map to go and explore that world.
There's a server on Bedrock for it now.
Yeah. I was going to say, they would be throwing away a wasted opportunity because it looks like a...
it's how you unlock the cape with Jack Black's face on it.
But the one thing I actually noticed about this film, because I kind of did think, like, how do I critique the animations? Because I think it's really well hidden to the point of there not actually being much animations in this film.
Yeah.
Like, think about, like, the crafting animation. It is just an instant spawn.
Yeah.
There's no nothing in there. There's no real play with the CGI. It's like, bam, here's a hammer, and there's an instant sword. Which, to a sense, makes sense for Minecraft.
Yes.
But you can't really say this is a well-animated film. I don't really think the enemies and stuff had that much going with them. Like, it's not to say there is no animations in a legit way. There obviously are.
Yeah.
But
the guests were pretty cool, I'll say that.
I think the most any mob was animated with the zombies, and I think they definitely prioritized that. But villagers don't have much, iron golems don't have much, the pig goblins don't really have much going on with them as much as you might think they do. It's the zombies, I think, actually. Yeah, I think it's the zombies that have the most work actually going into their facial expressions or how they're animated, or how they play along into it. Everything else
that
is kind
chicken
of
jockey is fucking freaky.
And even then, that whole fucking scene just doesn't make sense. It's like, okay, you broke the MacGuffin, here's another MacGuffin. So,
yeah,
all the fucking... That should have never existed, and it should have just been they found a portal to the overworld.
Yeah.
Should have never been a way in and a way out. And it shouldn't have been like, oh, now they're in here, now they're looking for a way out kind of way. If you're gonna make Brain Rot Narnia, you should have just gone the fucking way of Narnia. It made no sense for Steve to just go back to the real world. He genuinely seemed happier in the overworld.
But he was in love with Garrett, which is Jason Momoa's character.
And
you tell me that Elytra scene to the fucking B-52's Private Idaho isn't a metaphor for sex?
I
Like
don't
they are
want to think
literally
about it.
69ing.
Probably,
and
yeah.
it's to one of the fucking gayest bands imaginable.
That is probably fair. But
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
That being said, I don't think the relationship between them was actually that well put out. Let alone saying romantic.
No, it wasn't.
You know, it's not a case
entirely like queer baiting.
Yeah. So I genuinely don't believe in any reason for Steve to want to go back to the real world. I can't see it. I can't even see there's a reason why he would want to give up Dennis. It all just seems like a fucking ending for the sake of it. But yeah, I liked it better when it was Narnia, and I don't even really like Narnia that much.
Yeah, I still need to sit down and read Narnia.
But I guess we're gonna go through all the stupid moments of this film now that we've kind of talked about the plot.
Oh yeah.
There is a lot that's just dumb in this fucking film.
There's so much dumb.
Oh, fucking hell.
Like where do we start?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've seen a lot of people who praise like the little cameos or the little nods that happen in the film, which, I don't really understand a lot of the newer ones. I never got into Technoblade or anything like that, so that didn't really hit for me. It's just how it is.
I've only seen his Potato Wars videos, and like that was recent.
But there was just weird fucking things that it seemed like they were just doing to try and make a joke, or I don't know. It's just it was very lazy writing, but wanted, I guess, to seem cool to kids or seem like it was relatable.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this, Trix. I'm gonna have to say the stupidest fucking line of the whole film, and after I say it, I'm gonna take a swig. I don't think I can take the full shot.
Alright.
Let's
hear this.
It's where General fucking Chungus goes out into the battle with the villagers and says to Jack Black's character in Minecraft, "I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm gonna have to unalive you."
I had completely blocked that out of my mind. Oh my fucking god. I gotta take a bong rip for that.
Yeah, I'm finishing the drink for that one.
Actually, that's a fresh bowl.
Ugh, that was a full shot of caramel vodka.
Oh, that was straight resin.
That was basically
straight Mong resin.
That was basically one full shot. Straight. Nothing else but ice to water it down.
Ritz, I don't know with like the legality of weed over there, but have you ever had a pipe that like you haven't
about as
scraped
legal
it
as it's gonna be? I haven't had a fucking bong hit in ages.
But you know how like you'll just get like pure resin building up in the bowl.
No, I've never been that much of a smoker.
Oh well, I normally go through and like scrape out with a toothpick, and like I clean my bong frequently, but like it's been a couple days. I've had a week at work, so that was just straight fucking resin.
Yeah.
Where's my grinder?
I remember when that scene happened. Me and my brother just god. I took the sip.
I'm gonna have to unalive you.
I took the sip, and then he just looks at me and goes, "Yep, take another." I'm like, "You're right. I'm gonna have to do that." And
the fact that his name is also General Chungus, which
yeah,
dead meme from what 2019?
Yeah, that's just fucking god. I if you had to tell me what was the worst fucking moment in the film, it's that. Without competition, it's that.
Rancid vibes.
Yeah, they wrote that and said, "Yeah, that's fine." I think it sums up the movie, though, in a sense of it was written not to be good or to be passable, but to be finished. And they were banking on this being meme potential so people would go and see it. And they were right. They were 100% right. It is massive seller.
This is going to become Gen Z's The Room.
Yeah, people have gone out, they've trashed fucking theaters to Chicken Jockey. And to Flint and Steel a bit as well. That was another one people were doing it for. You know, you see people had started fucking fist fights. $50,000 worth of damages was done to a theater in the Gold Coast. So, happening not just in America, this is worldwide.
I've been seeing posts on Twitter from movie theater employees where it's like they have they get the list of the Minecraft. Somebody gets put on chicken jockey duty, and they have to like watch the theater, and like they'll get the like time the movie starts and time of chicken jockey.
That's so dumb. Oh fuck! I got chicken jockey duty again. Pray for me, Karen.
Honestly, I didn't even realize it, but chicken jockey duty is fucking hilarious.
That's what this fucking film is. It's I kind of regret watching it, but we do these things to science. I don't really care about the whole I gave him money that I shouldn't have because everybody else had done that already. There was a lot of cultural discussion. I
genuinely saw it in theaters.
Yeah,
because it was Jared Hess, and that is my excuse.
This is a case of my excuse is that this episode, you know, you said one interest, I said none, and then you're like, well, let's do it. I'm like, oh fuck it. Watching the Wikipedia article, I don't think would actually get me the insults needed. I think I do need to see this right.
No, you needed to experience Steve. I'm going to have to unalive you.
Yeah, and I swear there's other fucking dumb lines in that, but that was just the one that took the cake. The overdrawn death sequence for whatever the fucking Lord Piglin's fucking name is, where the joke was done after the first one, but it just kept going. It's just so fucking forgettable. Everyone's fucking forgettable.
Yeah.
I actually can't remember anyone's name outside of Cheddar and Chungus and Steve.
I remember Garrett, but that's also just because I was meat gazing Jason Momoa, even as
that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, it's no one's done a good job acting here. Not even Jack Black's done a good job acting. It's just like, you know,
he is phoning it the fuck in.
Yeah, it's like that's just Jack Black being Jack Black. That's not a character called Steve or anything. And it feels like the character of Steve shouldn't be this kind of comic relief anyway. Everyone else is just other people. This could have been an email.
This could have been an email.
Yeah. If I had to rate a movie out of 10 here, I can't give it a 0 just because I think the visual artists and the 3D modelers have done just too good of a job for me to do it. So they will raise the score personally by 1 to 2. I don't think the soundtrack was terrible, but it wasn't good.
Let's write my Letterboxd review for it right now.
Go ahead.
Let's see here. Minecraft.
More like Minstraft. Oh, fucking, you remember the Minstraft shit? Where,
yes.
Where it's like a 1 in 5 million or something % chance that the fucking logo would just say Minstraft.
I do remember that.
That was a weird thing. There was so much shit that Minecraft has, though, in its history. And I understand that when they did the call-outs and stuff like that, they were going to just do it to the YouTube community. And that's not a bad thing. Because that is what helped Minecraft become successful back in the day as well. But there was so much shit that Minecraft has had that was just not at all prevalent in this film. No cats. I know that's a fucking thing in the game. There's no witches. That's a big thing that was added in there. That feels like that could have been a big fucking thing. You know, if they were going to do anything fucking scary and stuff like that. I mean, the Enderman was just one. It feels like there could have been a lot more that would have happened with that. They kept referencing slime blocks, but I don't think there was an actual slime enemy in the whole fucking movie.
No, there wasn't.
Uh,
No wither skeletons, even though we were in the Nether.
Yeah. Or yeah, those fucking things.
Blazes.
Blazes is another one. Yep. That wasn't in there as well. It's just the Nether was just completely pigments. I can expect maybe I can forgive the Enderman part a bit if they were thinking they're gonna do a sequel, which the ending of this movie kind of suggests that they want to do. Which come on,
it's already on Letterboxd. I'm pretty sure Hollywood executives are trying to figure out a way to trash theaters even more with Chicken Jockey 2.
Yeah, it's kind of like, hey, it took 11 years for the first one. Who's ready for another? And no mention of the Ender Dragon or anything. Ender Pearl was just like the one of it. I can forgive that a bit more in there, but I'm surprised the lack of witches, the lack of I guess just the lack of Minecraft that was realistically in it.
Yeah.
The I think the only Minecraft bit I could say that actually happened in the whole movie was the building your house the first night.
Yes.
That is the only part.
And the crafting sequence.
To a bit.
Which isn't even really Minecrafty.
Nah. I feel like if you gotta say what was actually Minecraft in that movie, it was that. That is... I'm not talking about, like, what can you do in Minecraft. I'm talking about for a bunch of people who were just thrown into their first ever Minecraft experience. What is it? And it's crafting the dirt house to survive your first night as you figure everything out.
And then seeing a dude with a lava chicken farm.
But everything else is just basically like, oh yeah, you all know Minecraft and everything like that. And that's fine for who your audience is, I guess. But for the actual fucking story, it's not.
It's not. While we're around like the crafting sequence, there was an extended Napoleon Dynamite reference within that crafting sequence, and it fucking sucked, not gonna lie.
Well, I missed it completely.
Oh, when he's making the fucking spud gun, he's like, dude, you had tots? Yeah, I had tots the whole time.
Oh, that's right. Yes, because fucking tots... Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
From Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes, of
dude,
course.
can I have your tots?
I fucking missed that. Oh my god. Can we just, for the next minisode, just do Napoleon Dynamite, an actual good Jared Hess film?
Yes, and let's also listen to some Elvis Costello, because that's what Napoleon Dynamite was. Napoleon Dynamite was also a stage name for Elvis Costello.
Yeah, and the other big thing, if we talk about Napoleon Dynamite, the cover would be Jamiroquai.
Yes.
So that's the big ending to it. It's dancing to Can't
Eat.
It can't eat in my heels tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a film where having that kind of licensed soundtrack actually, like, absolutely makes that film. Whilst here, having the soundtrack the way it is, it's just like you and we'll get into it finally. You were given the GOAT fucking soundtrack when it comes to video games. And you basically just like put it as a throwaway and then went with all this.
And I do kind of appreciate they threw in Pig Step there.
Alright, well, shall we actually talk about something good?
Yeah, let's talk about Volume Alpha.
Volume Alpha, okay, so people don't just consider Minecraft to be one of the best games or most successful games out there. They legitimately consider this soundtrack to be not one of the best video game soundtrack out there. It is up there with the Ocarina of Times. It's up there with the Halo. It's up there with the Mario.
Yeah.
And all that. It is up there. It's not about one person's individual take. It is about a collective whole review of this album.
Yes.
It is incredibly positive.
Listening to this, I genuinely think that so much of the early Minecraft vibes and idea, like this soundtrack perfectly encapsulated like the loneliness of single player and just how empty the worlds could feel in a way. And it really helped add to like that eerie, mysterious feeling that early Minecraft had.
I fully fucking agree. I listening to this when I watched the Minecraft movie, I I didn't get that sense of nostalgia. Is the big thing.
No.
I know Minecraft has changed a lot since I went into it, but I actually don't think I went through any part of that film and went, oh fuck yeah, that was a thing of Minecraft. But this soundtrack with no fucking words in it at all, just instantly.
No, there's words in it.
Where is the words?
Droopy likes your face.
Oh, sorry, but fucking by that time I wasn't into that. With this 23 and then one extra song soundtrack with no fucking words at all.
Yeah.
Hit so much memories in my brain. It was just like, that was deep rooted in the back there. I could remember these moments, like the fucking pirating Minecraft and playing with friends, or the first time that certain updates were announced, or the first time that you went into single player. And just the absolute minimalistic nature of this album and how it just builds up on that using nothing more than what it started out with. Puts out to a surprisingly, on its own, fantastic listen. I get the hype for why people say this is one of the best video game soundtracks of all time. Because it is.
I took a fat nap after work today. Like the kind of nap where I needed to snooze my alarms for almost an hour to fully wake up from. And when I woke up and I was like letting my muscles adjust, I put on which song was it? Let me pull up the track listing. Living Mice. I threw on Living Mice and I just felt like I had come home for the first time in years.
I mean, there's the sounds that happen in this as well, which I swear they use some of the Minecraft soundtracks just in this sound effects as well. Just in some of these songs.
There's a chicken in Door or Subwoofer Lullaby.
I think one of like the Hands or something songs use it as well.
Yes.
The absolutely haunting nature of 13, which I believe is the crooked vinyl in the game.
No, it's the gold one. 11
it's the gold
is one. The damaged vinyl.
This is how much I remember. But how haunting is that fucking thing to listen to?
Oh, yeah.
And then, as I'm walking around the fucking shops, there's this little kid who's just crying her guts out, and it took me a second to go like, that's not in the fucking sound. That's real life.
I walked home in the rain, on mushrooms to this album, and I felt so like ready for any sense of adventure, and like I was ready to take on the world, and like I was ready to get this walk home. This song just triggers like areas of my brain that I have long forgotten.
I mean, I don't even think there's a single bad moment off this fucking thing.
No, there's not.
It's just really fucking good, start to finish, without any game behind it. And yes, it helps that we've had the context of going through all this and stuff like that, but I can't remember every single fucking moment from this album from playing it. Some of this just felt fresh to me, and it's so it's ambient. That's the way of describing it.
My grandmother, when she was alive, she would like listen to me play Minecraft on the laptop, and like she would always, whenever Mice on Venus came on, she'd always be like, "That's a nice song."
And the weird, this isn't an album that I feel like you can go back to single moments of. I know people do with Sweden and stuff because it's like the big song off.
Yeah.
But I feel like, for me personally, this isn't one that I would like give like say, oh, Subwoofer Lullaby, you're going constantly in my playlist, or like or Clark, which I think is one of the other standout moments when it comes to more listening. I still probably wouldn't intentionally listen to that solo, but like going start to finish, it's a really fucking good experience. I don't know if this is one of those things that I consider a 10 or anything like that, but it's like very fucking close.
There's something I wanted to make mention of with the music of Minecraft and also the paintings of Minecraft.
Yeah, there was no
Because
fucking,
I feel like
there was no proper fucking paintings in the movie as well.
no, there was no reference to any of
That was a
Zetterstrand's work.
massive fucking thing back in the. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh.
but like obviously you couldn't do the Donkey Kong one, but
Skull
you
on
could do the
Fire.
others. Yeah, the Skull on Fire. But anyways, I feel like those are two of like the most iconic parts of like early Minecraft in a way.
Yeah.
And neither of them are Notch did.
No, fucking. Do you remember going into servers and they were more survival focused and a way of griefing when you couldn't destroy blocks but you could add blocks was just
you could just place down a shitload of paintings.
Yeah, I did that to my friends times all the time and I just go like, who the fuck did this? I'm like, I don't know. We should investigate and kill them. And they never found out the culprit. It's like, just go for the fucking server logs. You'll see I was on.
Yeah.
I love checking it with friends. Yeah, that's a huge fucking thing. In fact, you know what? I don't think they ever actually got a map.
No, the sister and the real estate agent did. But it was like an incorrect map.
Just like, I don't know. Just, man,
oh yeah. So, anyways, my Letterboxd review.
Yep.
Steve, I'm going to have to unalive you. Saw this on mushrooms and thought I was going crazy. 1 star.
It's a 1 out of 10 film. Just because I can't give it a 0 because of how good the model.
It's so I gave it a 1 out of 5 on Letterboxd, which is like a 2.
Yeah, I'd give it a 0.5 star. I really don't recommend people watch it. It's bad. Anyone who's like, I know a lot of times people just love to give as much points to things as possible, but it's a 1 out of 10. Don't tell me that you genuinely love the
review.
acting.
The top review on Letterboxd was the last time I was this horrified by Minecraft content was when Dream did his face reveal. 5 stars.
Fucking. Oh.
Yeah.
Terrible one. Yeah, how come there's no references to Dream speedrunning?
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
This here, okay, Minecraft question. Over the fall when it was like popular on like Twitter and whatnot, did you watch that dumb Minecraft Parkour Civilization?
No, I did not.
It was like a 2-hour YouTube video that was like essentially a shonen anime about Minecraft parkour. And it fucking clears a Minecraft movie by so much. Like unironically.
I reckon the obstacle courses that Emo Core Peter does in Minecraft are better than the Minecraft movie.
Maybe, just maybe, that one video I found of an AI Reddit YouTube short reader reading one of my Reddit posts over Minecraft parkour is better than this movie.
Yeah, I got those reference to Seabat.
Oh yeah. I fucking cried the first time I ran across that.
I love that was now started talking about Minecraft, like, it's non-related to Minecraft, it's just got a Minecraft jumping video in it. We started talking about that because it's more entertaining than a Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
I think this is still a good idea to do this episode because I love shitting on things
absolutely.
every once in a while. But fuck, I don't want to have to watch that shit just to shit on things.
I feel like I have to watch it again while sober.
No,
to make sure I saw some of the shit I saw.
Trix, you've been in a mental institution before. Don't send yourself there again. Yeah, we got two contrasting things. Yeah, it's funny because there's less to talk about the Minecraft soundtrack because it just doesn't have enough wrong going for it. It's just solid the whole fucking way through. It's a genuine vibe and invokes nostalgia and uses silence properly. You can't properly like talk about it and go like, here's a single moment. It's just listen to the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, it's Minecraft unironically goated, as the youths say.
But the Minecraft movie you can talk about more because there's so much moments in it that just made you fucking cringe.
Yeah.
You know what? The only fucking time that I think I almost let out a chuckle during the film, the Matt Berry moment I won't consider part of the film because it's credits, but it probably was the best part of the film. It was when the jetpack fails and the teacher just goes, "I was never here." It's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
that's such a fucking cheesy moment.
Yeah.
But it had a cinematography moment to it that felt more like that Jared Heston. It felt like it was going to try and be a bit more of a surreal film, and it just didn't do that.
Yeah. No, it didn't.
It's a movie that raises more questions than answers. Mostly because it doesn't raise a single fucking answer.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that I don't really care about any of those questions and their outcomes.
Me either.
Yeah. When Minecraft 2 comes around, we'll probably just do volume beta. But
Yeah.
hopefully it's another 11 fucking years.
Hopefully. I would also like to say, while we're talking about C418, I hope at some point he gets to release his third Minecraft album that Microsoft is holding hostage.
Yeah, volume, whatever that is.
Yeah, it doesn't have an official name, but like he submitted a third soundtrack and Microsoft was like, we're not going to use this. And also you can't release it.
That's Microsoft the cunts.
Yep.
Alright, well, I think the alcohol's hitting.
I am definitely stoned.
I don't know if we've got any fucking thing else to say in this Minisode. Is there anything else we want to rant? Is there any other Minecraft moments that we've missed out on? Probably. There's probably 1,000 of them.
Let me think here. I'm just trying to think through like I think if we ever want to approach Minecraft again, but just from like this weird angle, I think we should go back and watch a bunch of old Let's Plays that are like condensed and see which ones have better story moments than the Minecraft movie.
I guess this is what we'll end up on, Trix. I think this is a good place to end off on it. Seeming as that's where the Minecraft movie basically went for its direction is what YouTube Let's Play did you watch getting into Minecraft?
Yeah. Yes.
And there's going to be multiple answers and we'll go through all of them. I'll start off my first one. That I think was the proper first one that I watched was Ant Venom's Hunt for the Golden Apple.
Yes. I will also, if we're talking Ant Venom, I will also throw in hold up. His ant farm survival.
Yeah, that was one of those like survival island type of ones, or like floating block one.
Yes, but like it went on for like over 100 episodes.
Yep. There was a Machinima series that I watched, which was a Battle v Battle, which was everyone would get like 10 minutes to go craft a it was like a object or like a block or a model or something like that in Minecraft. In a like certain field during a theme. That was a cool little thing. I can't remember who fucking won it by his name, but it was some English dude who was kind of cool, and I think I watched some of his YouTube videos. It's been a while, and I don't know the name. If like, who fucking knows what's happened to a lot of Minecraft YouTubers now? So some of them have been cancelled, some of them haven't. So when I say they were kind of cool, that's what I meant when I watched them. I don't fucking know what they're like now.
I gotta throw it to just the GOAT in general, Captain Sparkles.
Yeah, that's a good one. I swear there was like a didn't he do someone where it was like a Minecraft Olympics?
Seth Bling did the TNT Olympics.
Yeah, it was Seth Bling the one that did all the like TNT shit back in yeah, probably would have been. Did like all those like
he was the Redstone guy.
Yes, yeah.
He was like the first Redstone guy, I'd say. And like later command block guy.
Yeah, I remember when there was like that whole big thing where someone made a working calculator on Red Block.
Yes. And later Minecraft in Minecraft and Pokemon Red down to the bugs.
Yeah. I remember someone made like a working computer in Minecraft back in the day. Yes. I think it had a bit of mods, but it was still like funny. I know there was like someone would do like a top 10 submissions thing, but then put in their own and say, but you needed mods. Like, oh, can't fuck off. I don't know. It was weird, and then people started like, getting assistance to help them out on, which you could definitely tell. Later in the future would be like, oh, that is a an allegation waiting to happen.
Oh yeah.
Thankfully, I never watched Dream, so I didn't have to worry about that. Although,
I have to this day only seen one Dream video, and it was his 5-block jump video.
Unfortunately, by liking Lovejoy songs, though, I did get into Real Pursuit. Oh, fuck, that was a bad choice.
You mentioned the Yogscast, but I'd like to throw a shout out to their Tech It series. I recently rewatched that, like, last year.
We forgot about the big drama that happened with the Yogscast as well, with the first ever Minecon.
I forgot about that.
Notch fucking hated them, and like apparently they were acting like a bit of dicks as well. And
yeah.
Notch just like, you're banned from fucking every Minecon afterwards, and that was like a huge thing because it's like the biggest fucking YouTubers at that time for Minecraft were banned from Minecon. And it lasted like a month or something. I don't fucking know. Who knows what either of them are doing now? Well, Notch is...
They're still doing YouTube.
Notch is probably doing something terrible.
Watching his candy wall rot.
Yeah, that's such a fucking good meme.
It is.
Fuck, what else is there in the... Did Northern Lion ever play Minecraft? Probably.
He didn't, I don't think. I'm also going to throw out an animated machinima that was like drawn. The New Adventures of Minecraft.
Oh, I don't remember that.
The evil guy in it is, his name is Gaylord Steambath.
Fuck yeah! I know there was like a bunch of skit shit that would happen on Minecraft. It was
yes,
weird. And I think it might have been Captain Sparkles, but I think we haven't talked about the greatest fucking moment in Minecraft YouTube history. Creeper. Oh man. That was Captain Sparkles.
That was Captain Sparkles.
The dumbest shit, and it lasted for kind of a while, that meme, because it had like a resurgence due to the whole shit of it. It
blew back up in like 2017, and I felt like justified because I watched Captain Sparkles up until he retired. I'm not even gonna lie.
But that was a huge thing, was people would make Minecraft music video parodies. I remember one of like Viva La Vida was parody.
That was also Captain Sparkles.
Yeah, that was probably Captain Sparkles. Yeah, I know Ant Venom did do one of like Gym Class Heroes or some shit.
Yeah.
I can probably say it was better than Gym Class Heroes. That's not a compliment.
High bar.
Nah. It's gonna be fucking ones and fucking everything out there, but that was like a huge thing for a bit. You know, people were basically playing around with either might have been Source Filmmaker for some of it might have been Blender.
I know for a fact that the Captain Sparkles things were Maya.
Oh, okay.
Because I used to watch the behind the scenes for those.
Yeah, Maya's like a fucking old one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking wild. I think I'm starting to. I think I remembered everything of Minecraft. I don't know. I'm not sober anymore.
Yeah. Can you tell that we are both maybe on the spectrum?
A little. To be fair, if I didn't have to recount that fucking Chungus thing, I would have been a bit more sober.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would have been justified to stay sober thinking about Chungus. It's not even a Minecraft reference. It's a Bugs Bunny reference.
Yeah.
Why is it in there? There's no other excuse other than brain rot. But they're like, fuck yeah, the year 8 kids are talking about fucking Chungus. Minecraft makes another $1 million.
Minecraft will just continue to print money no matter what it does.
I hate society.
We live in a society.
We live in a society. Minecraft 2, the Joker comes in. Like, you want to spend the last part of this episode just making a fake Minecraft 2 script. I mean, knowing the development hell it went for number 1, I think they need all the help they can get anyway.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, so I think the fair way of doing this is I'll start off, then you go for the next part, then I go to the next part until we eventually reach a conclusion. All
okay.
Right. So opening scene. It's nighttime in the overworld. The portal to the overworld reappears out of nowhere. Out walks is the Joker.
The Joker. I really don't know where to go with the Joker.
I
The
think
Joker then okay, I can fix this.
yeah.
The Joker then immediately evaporates, and we cut to a scene where Steve, Alex, and Garrett are all playing the actual Minecraft video game on a couch.
Steve and Alex have been dating for 11 years at this point, and Garrett has still been holding on to Steve's love. We gotta
Yes.
gotta put that in for this. Suddenly they get an email. It's from whatever the kid's name was.
And the kid is now in his 30s. And well, no, he'd be like in his late 20s, let's say.
Yeah.
And it just reads something bad happened. We must return.
Somehow General Chungus returned.
Somehow General Chungus returned.
Oh no! I thought Chungus was unalived. Oh fuck!
I think we just wrote the trailer right there.
Yeah. I think we're done. I'm good.
Mic drop on that.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else to say? Shall we wrap this up? It's been.
Let's wrap this up.
We've had a good near 80 minutes of shitting on a Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
And specifically General Chungus. To Dominic, who will undoubtedly be watching this episode and getting to this point and hearing the downfall of both of our mental states, I want to say thank you for listening, Dominic.
Thank you, Domino.
Yeah. I'm not editing this at all, so any awkward silences or anything that's in there will remain in here.
Yay.
Both of us are inebriated at this point, so fuck if I know how to end this. I forget what we're doing next week. Music, I think.
Yeah.
I've been Ritalin. You can catch me on my website. Hopefully you won't catch me in a cinema this year again. But still plenty of time.
And I've been Trix, but you can follow Domino on Twitter at DACICHOCKI. And that's on Twitter. And check out our merch and whatnot. That's the end.
Yeah, we've been the Minisode. This is probably the most amount of Minecraft I'm ever going to talk about for the next 10 years. So
you can catch me down low, still being actually really excited for like the happy guest.
Cool. With that, have a good one, everyone.
Bye.